Welcome to the daily number workout. Today we're on the number 90. Getting close to our 100 days of the daily number workout. So word form would be 90, N-I-90, just like that. And because it ends with a 0, it is an even number. So let's get jiggy with it and get into our factors of 90. So 1 times 90, because it's an even number, 2 goes in. 2 times 45. 3 goes in. 3 times 30. 4 does not go in. 5 does, because it ends in a 0. So 5 goes into 90 18 times. 6 does not go into 90. Maybe it does. Yes, 6 goes in. 6 goes in 15 times. 7 does not go in. 8 does not go in. 9 goes in 10 times. And then there's nothing left in between there. So, wow, we've got 6 factor pairs for the number 90. We're in for the long haul again. Each number is different. Now, this time our multiples are going to be simple. So we're going to do the crazy extra easy math. So 190 is 90. 2, we're doing front end math. So 2 9s is 18 with a 0. So we're just adding the 0 on. 3 9s is 27 with a 0. 4 9s is 36 with a 0. 5 9s is 45 with a 0. 6 9s is 54 with a 0. 7 9s is 63 with a 0. 8 9s is 72 with a 0. 9 9s is 81 with a 0. And 10 9s is 90 with a 0. Those are how we would count by 90. And we're done there. So hopefully you were able to check your work. And if you made a mistake, just cross it out and write the correct number somewhere above. And let's move on to our fractions, percents, and decimals. So our fraction for today is 90 100ths. And we know out of these numbers, 90 does not go into 100 evenly, 45 does not, 30 does not, 18 does not, 15 does not, but 10 does. So we're going to divide the numerator, the top number, by 10. And whatever we divide the top number by, we do the bottom number, and 10 goes into 100 as well. So 10 goes into 99 times, 10 goes into 110 times. So we have 9/10. So 90 hundredths is the same as 9/10. So I want you to think about this. 90 pennies is equal to 9 dimes. Do you see how that works? We can relate it to dollars and cents. So $100 pennies make $1. 10 dimes make $1. So we can do 9 dimes or 90 pennies. All right, let's go into our decimal, which would be 0 and 90 hundredths. That looks like that. And that equals 90%. So if we go into the store and there's a 90% off, we're going to get 90 cents off of every dollar. And in ratio, it looked like 90 to 100 or 90:100. Let's write this out in word form, which would be 90 hundredths. And our decimal would be 0 and 90 hundredths. And if we did put it into money, it would be $0.90 and we're looking good. All right, let's go into area and perimeter. So again, we're not going to draw anymore. We're just going to write all the ways we can create rectangles with 90 squares. So our first way is a 90 by 1, which of course equals 90 square units. Our perimeter would be a 90 plus 1 plus 90 plus 1, and we know 90 plus 90 is 180, plus these two, 182 units. All right, our other way was 45 by 2, still 90 squares, and that would be 45 plus 2 plus 45 plus 2 as we walk around the perimeter, and that would be 94. Our next would be a 30 by 3. Again, still 90 squares. And we're going to do 30 plus 3 as we walk around the perimeter of that rectangle. So 30 plus 30 is 60. 3 plus 3 is 6. So we have 66 units. Our next way, and I'm going to lose my cards up here. Let me grab them real quick. Our next way is, is 18 by 5 equals 90 squares. And again, we go around the outside, it would be an 18 plus 5 plus 18 plus 5. Well, 18 plus 18 is 36, plus 10 is 46. Our next one was 15 by 6. And that would be a 15 plus 6 plus 15 plus 6 walking around the perimeter. And that would be 30 plus 12 is 42 units. Very similar to 18.5. And then we have our last one, which is closest to a square, a 10 by 9. And we go around that perimeter, it would be 10 plus 9 plus 10 plus 9 equals. And that would be 38. All right. Let's move on to volume. So volume is going to get crazy. We're going to take each one of these factor pairs or areas and add dimension. All right. So our first one, we're going to do 90 times 1 times 1. So we're adding this dimension here, the tall. We're going to take it up a notch because now we're talking cubes or cubic units. We're talking depth or width, depth, and height. So we can make this one 1 wide by 90 deep by 1 tall. And last but not least, we can make it 1 wide by 1 deep by 90 tall. And those are the 3 different ways we can arrange our cubes for that portion of our daily number workout. Let's go on to the next one, which would be a 45 wide by 2 deep by 1 tall. We can do 45 wide by 1 deep by 2 tall. We can do a 2 wide by 45 deep by 1 tall. Hopefully you can see what I'm writing here. Sorry if I went off the board here. All right. We can do a 2 wide by 1 deep by 45 tall. And we can do a 1 wide by 2 deep by 45 tall. And we can do a 1 wide by 45 deep by 2 tall. And that's 6 of them. We're done with that arranging because we can arrange it 6 different ways with 3 different numbers. Okay, let's go on to the next one, which was 30 wide by 3 deep by 1 tall. We can do 30 wide by 1 deep by 3 tall. We can do 3 wide by 1 deep by 30 tall. We can do 3 wide by 30 deep by 1 tall. And we can do 1 wide by 30 deep by 3 tall. Oops, that's an equal sign. Sorry about that. And we can do 1 wide by 3 deep by 30 tall. So those are the 6 different ways we can make that work. Next, we have the 18 by 5 by 1. We have 18 by 1 by 5. We have 5 by 18 by 1. We have 5 by 1 by 18. We have 1 by 5 by 18. And we have 1 by 18 by 5. All right, let's go on to the next one. Those are all 20 or 90 cubic units. All right, let's go on to the next one, which would be 15 by 6 by 1. 15 by 1 by 6. And 6 by 15 by 1. 6 by 1 by 15. 1 by 6 by 15. And 1 by 15 by 6. And there we have those 6. Last but not least, we have 10 by 9 by 1. 10 by 1 by 9. 9 by 10 by 1. 9 by 1 by 10. 1 by 9 by 10. And 1 by 10 by 9. So hopefully you've checked your work to see if you have all of those. And we are done with the number 90. Have a great day.